I'm Dave Abrams.
And I'm Kristin Lagana. Welcome to the series finale of Week in Review. In this episode, we'll take a look back at our favorite moments, guests, and the people that have made this show tick for the last 12 years. Now, we have to begin with some of our favorite guests on the show over the years, from high school football stars to watershed stewards, inspiring veterans to your local elected officials and leaders of county departments. More than 400 people have been on the set with Dave and me. Let's take a look at a few.
I know you love your Samson.
I can't wait to see him next year at the county fair.
There you go.
And Santa.
Santa.
How many shows get Santa and where the hosts get to take trips to the North Pole? Am I right?
We kind of nailed that.
We did. We definitely nailed the holidays.
We have connections with the North
Haunted
Pole.
houses, North Poles. Yeah. We have it all.
We do it.
We're lucky here. We're lucky.
Well, Kristin, we have so many shout outs to give today, so we'll start with this look at all the people who have hosted Week in Review over the years. You ready for this?
I don't think I am.
Now, before we show you who they all are, Kristin, I should mention that all of these people had positions in county government that had almost nothing to do with television. They had no formal training except us handing them a microphone and begging them to go on camera in front of everyone. It was a lot of fun to see them pull it off, and now all of these folks are officially, I proclaim them, seasoned television professionals.
Seasoned.
Take a look.
Hello, I'm Rhonda Wardlaw.
Hello, I'm Eric Roby.
And I'm Marina Cooper.
Hello, I'm Carla Hamner.
And I'm Marina Cooper.
Hello, I'm Eric Roby.
And I'm Tracy Reynolds.
I'm Eric Roby.
And I'm Carla Schaefer.
Hello, I'm Eric Roby.
And I'm Janelka Stafford.
Hello, I'm Eric Roby.
And I'm Kristin Lagana.
Hello, I'm Chris Casey.
And I'm Kristin Lagana.
Hello, I'm Chris Casey.
And I'm Carolyn Ryan.
Hey, I'm Terrence Brownlee.
And I'm Frances Reynolds.
Hello, I'm Dave Abrams.
And I'm Kristin Lagana.
Hello, I'm Dan Morales.
And I'm Kristin Lagana.
Hello, I'm Dave Abrams.
And I'm Kristin Lagana.
Hello, I'm Matt Deal. Happy Friday the 13th.
Hello, I'm Dave Abrams. Happy Thanksgiving.
And I'm Brandy Dickey.
Hello, I'm Dave Abrams.
And I'm Kristin Lagana.
Hello, I'm Derek Matthews, and happy Back to School Week.
And I'm Brandy Francis.
Hello, I'm Dave Abrams. Happy 2018.
And I'm Emily Brandenburg.
Hello, I'm Dave Abrams.
And I'm Sarah Gannon.
Hello, I'm Dave Abrams.
And I'm Allison Aker.
Wow.
Can you believe that many people have hosted the show?
We've really gone through a lot of people.
Well, sometimes somebody was sick or, or whatever, or they had a vacation or something.
And substitutes became, actual
stand-ins.
And then stand-ins became permanent. And
I know.
Boom. One day you're talking about recycling. Next week you're on Week in Review.
But Kristin, you're a brave person. You're not afraid.
Brave?
You have no stage fright.
Or naive.
But most people, when you ask them to go on camera, they are like,
nope.
No.
Not going to do it.
Not doing it.
Not doing it.
So then to get them to be like, oh, will you host the show this week? And normally people are like,
nope.
I don't think so. So these people had the guts to, put their mug on the camera and learn how to, do scripts and do all that stuff.
And they did it well.
I mean, how long did it take us to teach someone, thanks Kristin and Dave, and back to you in the studio?
Where to look, how to read.
It was like...
it's crazy. There's a lot that goes on.
Thanks, Kristin and Dave, back to you in the studio. I don't know how many times I said that. Guys, just I don't care what you do in the middle part. Just say, thanks, Kristin and Dave, and back to you in the studio.
Yes. I mean, we do a lot of bloopers, but folks, you don't even see all the takes that we have to do.
Don't give it away.
Yeah,
give it
not gonna give it away.
Don't give it away the rest of the show.
I won't.
Okay.
Now, there comes a time in every episode of this show where Dave decides we need to humiliate ourselves.
Yes.
And that time has come. As you
goody.
can imagine, our hair, our wardrobe got interesting at times. Oh, man. We all have our good days and our bad days, right, Dave?
Right. Kristin! That is not nice.
Well,
Okay, that was bad. That was really bad.
Strike.
Who did you pay to get that?
oh, you know, it's crazy what you can find on the dark web.
I'm gonna get you back.
I'll never tell. Take a look at the evolution of hair and wardrobe for us and try not to laugh too hard. We all love Pat Benatar and we all love huge jackets that don't fit.
Ouch.
Hit me with your best shot.
I know.
You did all right, not too terrible.
It was okay?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I mean, sometimes I wore a nice tie.
It's crazy to see it montaged like that.
Right.
I take pictures.
We didn't age a bit.
You know, back then I put them with pictures now, and it's just crazy the way that styles change.
You know, and it kept the show interesting because
It
you
did.
were all, you know, we weren't sure, you know, what's she gonna bring today?
Yeah.
What's Kristin gonna do
What
today?
shade of red? What style?
I mean, I'm just a dude with a suit at the end of the day. As long as I wear
There's
a
so
suit,
many options.
nobody cares.
So many options.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we will talk amongst ourselves about some of our favorite memories from shows past after this break. We'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Well, welcome back. Joining us in the studio this week, we're delighted to have
Ourselves! Look
Yay!
at us.
We do
Thank you
interviews.
for being here, Kristin.
Thank you for being here, David.
Excellent.
We always have a segment where we do an interview on the show and we bring a guest in, and we thought it'd be fun to ask each other questions for this last episode. Yeah.
Fire away.
All right, so speaking of guests, what's your favorite guest? Who's your favorite guest that we've had in the studio?
Well, you know, it's like your children, Kristin.
That's true.
You can't pick a favorite.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, one of my favorites is Rodwell Forbes, the Sergeant Major from Fort George G. Meade.
Yes, I remember that.
You know, one of the things we've done a lot in the last couple of years is we send a camera crew to everything, every event. And they had this Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans thing sponsored by Hospice of the Chesapeake. And we went there. It was a very long program. It was great. It was a packed house. It was really cool. And at the very end, this guy gets up and gives this speech.
I remember
that
this.
was just, people were walking out of there. I was in the hallway doing work or doing something, and people were walking out of there going, "Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was something."
Amazing
and I'm like,
speaker.
"What?" So I kind of mindlessly just said to whoever our videographer was there that night, I said, "Do me a favor, pull out that speech and post it up on social media by itself." So they did. Next thing I know, over 500,000 views. So take a look at this real quick, Sergeant Major Ford.
But hearing about the services that the Vietnam veterans have played a part in. When Governor Hogan signed that bill, when we had our first welcome home ceremony, we had about 50 service members. The majority of them was from the Naval Academy and also from the Better Opportunity for Single Service Members. And so they came into this auditorium and they did the welcome home salute. And when we marched out of the auditorium, I gathered all of the service members around me, and what caught me off guard was that they were in tears. And I asked them, what did I miss? And they said, Sergeant Major, we never knew. We never knew that the Vietnam veterans were not welcome back home, that you were called baby killers, that you were spit upon, that you were not received well to this great United States of America. And so to hear their hearts set and to see those young service members, how it impacted their hearts, they are going to be the ones that carry the torch forward to say, not on my watch.
So then, of course, after all those views, we had to have them come to the studio. So here's a quick clip of them there.
So I've got to ask, when you were at this event, and this was a powerful speech, lots of energy, lots of passion, did you ever have any inkling that it was going to spread to over 1 million people by the time it got online?
No, I had no idea that this would transpire. It was all about, serving the Vietnam veterans for what they did to establish the pathway for us to follow. So when this was presented and Governor Hogan signed the bill last year for the Welcome Home Vietnam veterans, that was our first time being a part, working with the Hospice of Chesapeake and also the Naval Academy. And they asked us if we would be willing to come forward to serve in this capacity. And we said, absolutely. And that was a no-brainer. And so we went ahead and did it. And the first time they had roughly between 200 to 250 Vietnam veterans and family members. And we had roughly around 50 service members to go and do the welcome home salute. And once that transpired, as I shared in the message, it has really changed the way that people are looking at the Vietnam veterans in the way that they are opening up now to share their story, not being ashamed of their service that they did to this great nation, but being able to have that therapy to say, that, we've accomplished something great, and now you have an ear to hear what we're saying. And we definitely have an ear to hear what they're saying, because we would not be sitting here today if it wasn't for the Vietnam veterans who paved the way.
Absolutely.
So that was one of my faves, because the guy is just so
It was
inspiring.
such an honor meeting him.
He was just so inspiring. He's a great speaker. What about you? What is your favorite guest we've had on the show?
All right, so my favorite guest in studio, it still has a soft spot in my heart, would probably be Sherry Barbie Sampson, who was making the homeless mats out of the plastic bags.
Yes, let's look at that one.
It's like, I keep saying, just because you're homeless doesn't mean that you're a bum.
That's right.
All right, you could just be down on your luck or for, lost your job, lost your, whatever the reason may be.
Right.
So if this brings just a little bit of comfort to them, all the better.
Yeah.
And we're recycling. We're getting rid of some of these bags.
Good
I
for
just
her.
love her. I think she's such a sweetheart, and I really have to give a special kudos to finding a way to repurpose those plastic bags.
Yep.
I will say my favorite out-of-studio guest, I always have a soft spot for my musicians, but of course my animals. Would be Samson the camel, and of course Sharon Gertz from the county fair. She made me fair queen for the day.
I know. Let's see that real quick. Well, Sharon, we really appreciate you coming on and showing us around and putting up with us to stage our show today. And wait a minute, I think I hear something. I think,
Well, you wanted me to remind you of one thing, though, because tonight is.
We already crowned the
We've already
fair
crowned
queen.
the fair queen,
yeah.
and so since we did that, I wanted to take a moment and crown a queen for the day.
Oh,
A queen for the day.
Oh no!
So-
Don't do it.
On Friday, Kristin will be crowned our new queen.
Oh
And
my
here she
gosh,
goes.
I'm so excited. I am queen for the day. Dave, you're going to hate
she
today. You're
is.
going to
was already beautiful, now she's
Oh,
even more
you're
beautiful.
such a sweetheart. I'm so excited. I take this responsibility seriously, I want you to know. Very good. And I plan to build a platform today for my Queen of the Day based on good recycling habits,
Yes.
being kind to others, and even being nice to Dave.
What about world peace?
And world peace. Absolutely.
We need world peace.
Absolutely.
How much did you love that tiara?
I still have it.
Oh my God.
I won't say that I sleep with it on, but I know exactly where it is in my house. I loved it, and I loved being at the fair. I think it's such a great county fair, and if you haven't been or you haven't gone in a while, please make sure that you get there. Of course, you know, Samson the camel's great, but I also love the baby kangaroo. Jen, one, it's so good to see you again. And oh my gosh.
Are you gonna cry? Are you crying? So cute. There's no crying in the fair.
I know.
You can't cry.
He's so cute. Oh, baby.
Oh.
I can't say anything.
You can't say anything. Didn't you already have a kangaroo at home?
No, I've never seen a kangaroo this close in person. Oh my goodness.
Kristen, I just want you to know that Samson is watching right now. Oh, are you gonna? Is she can hold him? Oh my God.
Hold him like a baby.
Oh my God.
This is the best day of my life.
Oh my gosh. Where is Snapchat when you need it? Okay, well, I have a question for you.
All right, shoot.
Tell me something that you have learned over the course of taping this show for so long.
I learned how to roll with the punches more. And, you know, at first, when we started going off book for the interviews, I had a really hard time with that. But I think that I learned better interview skills while being on this show and talking with a guest, really listening, asking questions, bouncing things off. Might not have been necessarily on script, but ultimately created a better interview. And I really appreciate and thank you for that, because those are skills I hope to use in the future with being able to be interviewed and interview someone. So
I'd say something similar along the lines of, you know, like the show must go on.
Show must go on.
Right?
You always say that.
So there's always stuff that goes wrong every single time, and you just have to kind of figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will say I also learned when Chuck needs to fix your hair, let him.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks, Chuck.
And so, and one thing I definitely learned early on, it took me about a year, but I always did this thing where I put my eyebrow up, where one eyebrow was up and the other one was down, and I couldn't stop. I did
What?
it forever. Show us, Chuck. We have that. Let's see. Animal Control has a deal for you.
Okay.
The shelter is full to the brim with cats, and they are currently offering a special deal to get cats and kittens for just $4.
$4?
$4.
Nice.
Pretty good deal, right?
Yeah.
Now, for prices like that, Kristen, you could buy 2 cats and they could be friends. Now, for more information, be sure to search Arundel Animal Control. Isn't that right? Is that weird?
I get it. No. Something else you always do.
What?
You brush the table.
Oh, I brush?
You brush. I think it feels cool or something. It's calming for you, and you brush the table.
It's like a transition for me to get my positioning right.
It's like it's
or
your
something.
hand gesture.
Like to be what you know. Chris Casey used to always make fun of me. What I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yes, yeah. And Italians, we speak with our hands, and you brush the table with yours.
Do you have any of those where you? Well, oh, I know what you do.
What do I do?
You always hum or sing a song.
I have her sing
spontaneously.
Oh, I remember something
and
else.
Then I'm not sure what it is, and I have to kind of pick it up.
I remember something else too.
What?
I remember you got me on this, and I had to learn to stop doing it. That I'd say, "Wow."
Wow. Yes.
Wow.
I had to send. There had to
Wow.
be memos and private discussions.
Stop saying wow.
It wasn't just you.
During
it
interviews.
was everyone. It was like, guys, we just don't say. Because
Don't
if you
say wow. Someone would come in.
It's not wow anymore.
They would talk about their experience or their event coming up, and I'd just be like, wow.
I work on the farm all day, and
Wow.
one of my most important chores is to slop the pigs.
Wow.
Wow. Really? Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Really?
So I had to stop doing that. But all right.
But you learn those things. You like have to watch yourself, and it's the most humiliating thing. But then you kind of pick up how to learn how to do
Yes.
this.
Now, Dave, I felt like you hazed us a lot.
Maybe.
You always wrote the most interesting skits, and yet you were never really part of them.
I wasn't.
How funny that is. What's your
There's
favorite?
something about it that I had more, like I came up with these ideas and I felt like I could write it for you guys. But I
Right.
couldn't write it for myself. Maybe because I'm a really bad actor, but I will say that my favorite one was when you got to channel Tay Tay.
Yes, Taylor Swift.
I mean, that was fun.
Bad Blood with Chris
let's
Casey.
Let's show that one.
And this video is just jam-packed with all these celebs.
Yeah.
There are actresses, there are models, there are other vocalists, and some other key people that if you blink, you might miss. So Chuck, why don't you go ahead and roll that video?
Band-aids don't fix bullet holes. You say sorry. If you love like that.
I don't know about you, but those are some really good-looking special guests.
Oh my gosh, can I get his autograph?
And well, I mean, maybe if you play your cards right, I can sign something for you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was so
My
awesome.
friends even got behind that one. They were
And
like,
we got
"This
banned.
is
We got
amazing."
banned from YouTube.
So
for
we
6
broke the
months,
internet
too.
and we got banned from the internet. I also
Tay
love.
said no to our little skit.
Tay Tay
which
said no.
We didn't
That's
break
okay.
any laws.
Just to get any kind of response from Tay Tay is an honor. I also do remember the very cool effects that Chuck did to make us look like we were jumping from the Super Bowl dome a la Lady Gaga.
That's a good one. I forgot about that
cool.
one.
Yeah, that one was
see
really
that.
cool.
Hello, I'm Dave Abrams. Where's Kristin?
If Lady Gaga can do it, so can I.
Wow, well, thanks for dropping by.
Hey, I had to make an entrance.
Oh my goodness. That was a good one.
That was really good. We got to go on a lot of cool trips on this show. Like we were saying, haunted houses, Santa Claus. We even did the Super Bowl.
Boat rides.
You never knew where we were going to be.
Yep.
You never knew.
Yep.
Now, how would you say, because you're the expert on this, how's the studio changed? Because I know what I've seen. Big
Thank you for
positive
asking
changes,
that.
but
That's a great
specifically.
question. That's a great it's a great
question.
Kristin. So yeah, the studio was opened, I believe, in the mid 2000s by Janet Owens, and basically, around 2004, and then basically for the next 10, 15 years, it just didn't get the attention that it needed. It didn't have that much programming. The equipment wasn't being replaced, and I'm proud to say that now we're putting out a lot of
top-notch, baby.
stuff, and we just finished a $500,000 renovation. So, all this, you don't notice the difference maybe when
It
you're
all
watching
looks
the
great to
show,
you.
But
Editing.
But for those of us who obsess about it and look at it and try and refine it every day, you can see that the picture quality is better, the resolution is better, the colors are better,
the theme song
the set
is better.
The theme song is better. Chuck grows and learns too.
Yep.
The guys here, I gotta shout out to them.
Yes.
Mike Hannon is our studio director.
Shout out.
Shout out to Mike. We have Cisco Davis.
Shout out.
One of our videographers who's gonna go on and do great things. Mark Haygood.
Shout out.
Chris McCauley.
Shout out.
Who flew helicopters, of all the things he's been able
Jack
to
of
do.
all trades.
And of course, the incomparable Dale Boyer.
Shout out.
Who keeps this ship running every day. So guys, I can't even say enough about all the work you've done, and congratulations, and keep doing it.
Yes.
Keep doing it, because I know people out there appreciate that their local government is
We put out
doing
quality
something you can be proud
content.
of. Yeah.
It's not a single person, it's a team.
It is a team. We have a big team.
Big team.
Awesome.
I like big teams, and I cannot lie.
So here's the big question, Kristin.
Yeah. Hit me.
How in the world could we ever do this without Chuck Duncan?
Chuck is the Wizard of this Oz. I say it all the time. I've mentioned his name so many times in this show. I mention his name on a lot of shows. Without Chuck, this would look horrible.
Right, and I mean,
and we wouldn't have all the cool things that we do. We're spoiled.
Chuck knows more about pop culture than me, so that helps.
Chuck knows more about pop culture than a bunch of us.
Yeah.
Chuck knows
Than
more
anyone.
about pop culture than if there was a Jeopardy based on pop culture and they found the experts to come on and play that round.
Right.
Chuck knows more than them.
And there's been a lot of email conversations at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Your crazy ideas,
the night
how we make
before
them
the show,
happen.
We got to do this. We got to fix that.
My crazy hair,
I was
how it makes it
wrong,
work.
I got the news wrong. Apparently that happened.
How many times you forgot to tell people not to wear green in the studio and Chuck still makes them appear.
And I'd like to say, since this is our final episode, it brings me so much joy that the plan was to bring Chuck out and have him, ask him a question or two about the show. And he said, no, I'm wearing green pants.
Ah, no.
So sorry, Chuck, we're just gonna have to deal with this cardboard cutout of you.
Cardboard, and how about a picture?
Yeah, a picture works.
A picture.
So we really appreciate it. We appreciate everyone who has agreed to come on the show on short notice. We appreciate all the people behind the scenes that do the editing, especially Chuck.
Yep.
And we're really excited about what you guys are going to do next.
It's always what is behind the camera that matters.
And you'll never know.
Any more questions? I think we've talked enough.
I
Yeah.
think we've said all there is to say.
It's been a pleasure having you on the show today, Dave.
Same here. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have a little bit more of going down memory lane with Week in Review.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. We try whenever possible to bring music into the show, and there have been a ton of musicians gracing the stage. Take a look.
Anything but ordinary, and the world keeps spinning on, and I keep singing my songs, and I just hope you do the same. Don't get dragged into life's crazy game. I know that you can't touch me. I know you won't change. It's all okay. I won't mess up it. I wish that I could say I'm sorry, and I know you could understand.
You worry, I give that, and you'll be wishing you were near my vibe. She'll be waiting on that alibi, and we'll keep rising high.
Nobody knows what awaits for the dead. Nobody knows what awaits for the dead. People just believe in the things that they heard and the things they read. Nobody knows what awaits for the dead.
Here you are, and here I am, so what's the deal? The fire in your eyes, it is raging tonight. 'Cause you didn't like something I said. You shoot me down, you just go right ahead. But I'm still gonna love you when I'm dead.
Right before we went on, you guys got a hit song that you're going to perform for us next that did not have a name, I understand. And because they fell in love with my co-host, the fantastic, the amazing Kristin Lagana, the song is now named what?
Lagana.
Are you kidding? Lagana. Let's get to it, guys. We're going to send it to the band Floozy performing their hit song, Lagana.
Can you say that you have a song named after you from one of our musical guests, David?
I don't. I'm super jealous. I'm also
Shout
not
out.
surprised.
Floozy.
I mean, Floozy had no interest in naming a song Abrams doesn't even work for that. It doesn't sound.
I love it. I love it.
We got to figure out where they are now.
I
They're
know.
probably like
We gotta
big
call them-
stars.
yeah, we gotta
They're
call them
probably
up.
like investment bankers on Wall Street now.
Oh, you're probably right. Maybe they can fund the show. That would be great.
Maybe they have like a Lagana 2 where it's.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I didn't know about this.
I couldn't help think of the movie Weird Science.
Okay.
During that segment there, it was like,
Yeah.
that's all I'm gonna say about that.
It's always so much fun. Of course, you know I love music. It was really cool when I came in here and music was going on in the studio. It
Yeah.
takes a lot to set up. It takes
Yeah.
a lot to make sure that we, run the sound properly, a lot of tries. It looks so easy when you're watching it at home, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Shout out Chuck to make sure that it all goes seamlessly.
Yep.
So always loved that we had a lot of good musicians. Sweet Lita's still hitting it.
Yep.
Jackson Dean's got a show coming up at
Yep.
Rams Head
He's
in
just
Annapolis.
starting his career.
He's just starting his career. We have all kinds of superstars that are still
And
going
speaking
strong.
of beginnings,
Speaking of
do you
beginnings.
remember the first time that you were on Week in Review?
I think I was doing the recycling quiz, right? I came on, I
okay.
tested Carla and Eric's knowledge of recycling.
Okay, let's take a look at that.
All right, you guys ready to play?
We're ready.
to play.
We're
Ready to see who recycles more often?
We're ready.
All right. We're going to start off with a couple easy ones for you guys. How about a plastic cup, Eve? Now, do you think it is?
We did talk about that.
Yeah?
He keeps trying to
You think
throw
it
me
is?
off on this one, though, so.
Don't look at my answer.
I can see through the paper.
Don't look at my answer.
Eve, we have 2 recycles. Where does it go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you each get a
I'm
point.
winning.
Thank you,
winning.
Tracy Reynolds.
Tracy Reynolds.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
No way, you found that clip.
Very nice,
Oh
Kristen.
my gosh.
You know, you really killed it.
Thank you.
I can see
Thank you.
how you
I had no
progressed.
idea at the time that that was an audition.
Right, I know.
So, do you remember your first time on Weekend Review?
My first time, I believe, was also as a game show host.
We were both game show hosts.
Right, and Eric was there as well.
Aw,
Shout
yep.
out to Eric.
Eric.
Good job.
That was the spelling bee, right?
The spelling bee champion
Yeah.
against our host at the time. So let's take a look at that.
Awesome.
Well, we're going to start with Eric on the far side with the first word. The word is very popular in political circles. If you spell it wrong, it could be embarrassing. Potato.
Oh, my favorite word. Folks, you got to understand that French fries are made from potatoes. And potato was the word that Dan Quayle spelled wrong, but I know how to spell this word. It's Potato.
That is
Potato.
correct.
You can find a lot of times in Idaho and states in the Midwest that tend to grow potatoes in the ground.
Very well done. Very well done, Eric.
Now, no pressure. I got the first one right. So if you guys get it wrong, that means I'm the champ and you guys are eliminated.
That's
Automatically.
right. The pressure's on. The next word for Miss Marina Hardy is vinegar.
Vinegar, which I also love on my French fried potatoes with some Old Bay.
Me too.
Hits the
got
spot.
bad taste.
Vinegar, Vinegar.
That is
Vinegar.
correct. Very well done.
Good
Marina.
job. Nice job.
Thank you.
Now the spelling bee
The
champ.
words do get harder.
Well, that was awesome. I can see why you made it on the show.
You know what? And that shows you when we had the show, when I wrote the show, but I was not on the show, I would make people do things. You know, you and Chris were so good about
All
that.
the time.
I would give you these stupid skits. And for somehow, when I was writing the script for myself, the skits didn't happen.
No, they didn't.
Because I just didn't have the guts.
Yeah.
I know, right? So anyway, those were our first shows ever.
Yeah.
I just want to say, as we're running out of time on our final show, that it was such a pleasure to work with you.
Don't make me cry.
I know. But look, it's a happy time, and I will be leaving county government as of Monday.
We wish you the very best
Thank
on
you.
your next
You
endeavors.
will continue on.
I will continue to fight the good fight against trash in Arundel County.
What do I always say when somebody's on vacation or I got to go away or something like that? What do I always say?
I don't know.
The show must go on. So it may not be Week in Review, but
It'll
different
be
shows.
something,
This
hopefully.
studio is a great resource.
Yes.
Please keep doing the shows so you can communicate with the public, you know, and inform people. But I just want to say thank you to you. You've been such a great friend to me.
Oh.
You have been supportive in everything that I've ever asked of you. I mean, I've asked you some stupid things.
I'm a sucker.
And I tell you what, you have never been like, I don't want to do that. I was like, wear this stupid hat, sing this stupid song, do this stupid whatever.
Instead of saying no, I'm like, wear the stupid hat this way. I think we should do it this way. Sing
Right.
the stupid song, or should we do it this way?
You'll be like, I want the sequin hat.
I want the sequin hat. But, well, I want to say a quick thank you to you, Dave. This studio has evolved so much because of you. Our programming has evolved so much because of you. I think about, the 360 camera angles. I think about the police commercials. I think about the Fort Meade documentary. Like, you've really outdone yourself. You've grown as a content developer and running a studio, and we've got some really great equipment in here now because of you. And thank you for taking what was a little known resource in the county and making it something that is something that other counties can't even compete with.
Well, I couldn't have written it better myself.
Yes.
Wait, did I write that?
No, you didn't.
Thank you so much.
And one final big thank you to Chuck, who is our wizard.
Absolutely.
And makes everything look.
We appreciate the whole staff here.
Yes.
And I know
Thank you,
everybody
studio.
will go on to do excellent, amazing things.
And thanks to you, the viewers.
And thank you, absolutely.
Keep
and
it
please,
alive.
Please take advantage of the resource that we have here. The studio is located in Glen Burnie, and please come by and
say hi.
give your ideas and be part of the next chapter of Arundel TV. Kristin, we have
Dave.
had some funny moments on this show.
Yeah, we're not always perfect, are we?
No, we are far from it. And we one of the favorites of all the people who participate in the show is always what? The bloopers. Take a look.
And I'm Emily Brandenburg. Welcome to Anne Arundel County Week in Review.
What did you do?
I looked again. I can't remember my name. All right, can we just start with in this episode? God. But first, making headlines this week. The Anne Arundel, oh geez.
Oh, so good. You were there.
We'd have to start the whole thing over?
Yep.
Oh, golly.
Our Not My Child team took center stage at the Maryland General Assembly in Annapolis as lawmakers grapple with how to tackle the opioid. That's a lot of weird words.
It is so hard to say. Take a look at community calendar events for
So close.
I never mess that up. We're all pulling for Jaron and the entire Navy and Broadneck.
For the last 3 years, we've been holding Not My Child presentations at high schools, middle schools, churches, and community associations. Rats.
It's called Real Talk, and it's geared around the Anne Arundel County United.
Yeah, you f***ed that up.
Well, Kristin, we have more new stuff to
More?
More new stuff. Last week, the county broke down.
We broke down!
We broke down, we're so sad.
How he raised them and what he plans for them to have at basketball. Today, the council will consider. I don't know why I'm having such a problem with that sentence. Now, Evel Knievel tried his first jump at Caesars in 1967. When he hit the takeoff ramp, he claimed he felt the motorcycle unexpected. One more time. So this week, the county completed what we call here at Week in Review a small pond. Small pond. Whoopsie.
Oopsie doopsie.
So Dave, we talk all the time about these storm water. Sorry. My Baltimore's coming out.
Storm water, hun.
All right.
Nearly twice as much forest tract will be produced. The Scenic Rivers Trust will hold conservation. Oh my God, this is rough.
Replant grass, redesign bunkers, replace the clubhouse and cart barn, and much
more. Well, the annual Hispanic Health Festival and Community Resource. Well, the annual. The graduates bring. I can't talk.
The Anne Arundel County Police Department has been scoring major victories in the fight against. Jeez.
It's not a fight. It's not a fight.
Yeah.
Well, we have an update for you on 3 Amel.
Oh, so cocky, so sure.
All right, so officially we are into the holiday season, and that means that a lot of...
County Executive-elect Stuart Pittman has already announced his new Chief of Staff and Chief Administrative Officer. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me today?
We're gonna take a break, but when we return... sorry.
The Anne Arundel County Police Department has seen scoring...
So that's a wrap on Week in Review. You can watch this episode and archived episodes online anytime on Facebook or YouTube by searching for Arundel TV. Please tune in again next week for more highlights, news, or something from Anne Arundel County. We will see you next time.
We love you, Anne Arundel.